So finally, after a long time, Denis Cyplenkov has made up his mind and he has decided what he's gonna do with the left-handed legacy hammer that he took from Devon back in 2018. Hello Armwrestling fans, this video will contain a brief summary of the recent Core Sports podcast with Coach Ray, Don Idris, the owner of Core Sports himself, Ermes Gasparini and Denis Cyplenkov. So naturally it was awesome. Link will be in the description. And towards the end, the owner of Core Sports, Don Idris, answered a pretty controversial question in a very straightforward manner. We'll discuss that one as well. So Denis said that in order to defeat Ermes, he will need a lot of strength and he will need a lot of endurance because Ermes Gasparini's endurance has been awesome. We have seen that in the recent matches. And that's correct if we ignore the Devon Laret match because Devon is the specialist of endurance. In the Levan match and in the Vitaly Laletin match, Ermes showed great endurance. And Denis is hoping that for this match, he shows up at a weight which is over 130 kilos. So this is probably going to be the biggest Denis Cyplenkov that we have seen since his return. After that, there was a super chat question about Denis Cyplenkov's back pressure and Ermes immediately answered saying that Denis Cyplenkov's peak back pressure was about 87.5 kilos for 3 reps. Denis said that he doesn't really like the cable system because it does not tell you the true weights, but he will try to surpass what Ermes Gasparini is doing in the back pressure exercise before this match happens. And obviously Ermes was like, no chance my friend, I will be doing 100 kilos by the time this match arrives on 1st of June. So flop press question, can Denis or is Denis preparing for a moment where he needs a flop press to win this match? Denis said that he will not quit if his wrist goes back. And this is one moment where everyone against Ermes Gasparini should quit if their wrist goes back because Ermes has literally never lost if he has taken someone's wrist ever in his career. So that can be a problematic strategy for Denis. I personally wanted to ask a lot of questions to Don Idris and Denis. I started watching it a little bit late. I asked one question, but by that time the stream was already over. Maybe some other day. So Denis said that his left arm is not healthy yet. And about a question regarding the legacy hammer, he said that it will be really sad moment for him to just hand over the beautiful hammer trophy, but he will do that to the rightful owner, whoever Denis believes deserves that. And that's a positive news, although I wouldn't have minded it at all because there are no written speculations. Yes, everyone kind of expects you to hand over to the best guy in the world. At least these are the rules that Devon made for the hammer, but there was no written contract or something that was attached to that hammer. Denis could have done anything that he wanted to, but there was certain pressure, and I think because of that pressure, Denis is going to give it to someone. I think the answer should be clear. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's either Artem Morozov or Vitaly Laletin as of now. So if I were Denis, I would ask Levan Saginashvili if he's going to make a comeback on the left arm within a year or not. If Levan says no, then give it to the winner of Vitaly Laletin versus Artem Morozov, which should happen this year. At least we're hoping so. So at least that thing can get sorted out by the end of this year, hopefully. Denis said if Levan loses to Devon Laret, then he would like to pull Levan Saginashvili. Now that's an interesting situation here because if, let's say, Denis, if Levan beats Devon, then Denis versus Devon cannot happen because Devon has already defeated, and Levan versus Devon cannot happen because for obvious reasons. But what will be the right strategy? That's my question. Should the winner of this Ermes versus Denis match face the loser of Denis versus Levan, Devon versus Levan? Or the winner should face winner and the loser of this Ermes Denis match should face the loser of Devon versus Levan match? It's kind of confusing. The right strategy as of now should be the winner of this match should face the loser of that match, and the winner of that match should face Levan once again. Kind of confusing, but that's how it should roll as of now in my opinion. Ermes said that Levan is a clear favorite, and that's his prediction in the Devon versus Levan match because the last time they faced each other, the gap was too big. It may have closed, but not completely. That's why Levan is going to win once again. Dennis said that Devon does not have an option to lose. It is a must-win situation for him. He's going to try everything to win, and he has good chances of winning this super match. So looks like Dennis is predicting Devon to win this one. So these were the main highlights from the interview. I wanted to ask Dennis questions like why he grips low, and the other question was why was Ivan Matyushenko given a match against Morozov for the title before Vitaly Lalitin. Maybe I'll ask these questions some other day. So there was a question by Lagia, I think. And the question was, why is Svetan Gishevsky not competing, or when will he compete at King of the Table, because he qualified in the tournament? Initially, Don Idris tried to avoid that question, saying that you can ask this to me privately and I'll answer in detail. But then he answered it publicly. We cannot go against VAF. And there's a certain situation that they will sort of blacklist other athletes. We do not want to make them angry, because in a way they are the federation that we look to internationally, but still they will try to make an exception for Svetan Gishevsky for letting him compete at least one time. And I respect and I salute the honesty. Usually the promoters, the guys who are doing this business at a higher level, they tend to avoid these questions. So if I start getting these Dana White vibes where he answers the questions as he likes to, whatever is in his mind, without being trying to be publicly correct, which Don Idris did not do this time, and I'm really glad to see that. So these things should be appreciated and encouraged more, speaking freely to the press, to the media. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.